Hello, YouTube fans. This is TheSkullKlown. I'm here to talk about Terrifier 2, and this movie is actually better than the first one, in my opinion. Um, the kills are a lot more memorable, in my opinion, and you got a female heroine that is pretty badass and sexy all at the same time, and all the clown is more memorable in this one, in my opinion. Um, if the first one was more like this, and then in the second one they leaned more on being like that, which they did, then the first one wouldn't. Then I wouldn't complain as much as the first one. I just think I know some people might disagree with me with the first one and everything like that, but everything that you see from the second one, I was suspecting from the first movie. Sorry, sorry, not sorry, but it was like that. What are you talking about? Maybe for your perspective, but my perspective, they completely look like both two different movies. Sorry. So if anyone is going to tell me that, oh, they were similar, I don't get it. I'm going to look at you like, no, no, I'm sorry. You both had different feels, and that's fine. But don't tell me that the second one has the same fucking feel as the first one. Are you fucking high? The fuck? Who knows? Maybe I need to smoke weed to literally be like, oh, you're right. I don't know. uh, but the whole story, you do get a little bit of a little bit more lore of not lore as what you suspect basically of like of the character, but lore as in what this character has been doing basically. And technically part one, technically if you watch part one, you will get a lot more sense of a part two basically. And the little girl that's with Art the Clown, to be quite honest with you, she's the best part of the whole movie. And I feel like if there was a Funko Pop or action figure of her, I would actually buy her more than Art the Clown. Sorry, and not sorry. I'm sorry. I have to be a little bit harsh. I'm going to have to be harsh with a lot of these modern horror movies. I'm always going to be harsh with a lot of these modern horror movies, right? I might enjoy some of them at the end of the day, but it's not like other people not being harsh on some of the other movies that I like. And I'm all like, yeah, I don't blame you either. I don't blame you if you're harsh on some other movies that I enjoy and you guys are harsh on those ones. I don't care about that, you know? Because at the end of the day, modern horror is not good. Sorry. I'm always going to point that out. Modern horror is not doing it for me, and it hasn't. That's why it's so hard for me to find a new modern horror movie that I fucking actually like or fucking care about or enough to me to get the fucking goddamn DVD. Sorry, no, I'm dead serious. I would never get the first DVD of Terrifier, but the second one, yeah, because that one was exactly what I wanted from the first one, but I got it from the second one. That's just me, man. You guys can enjoy the first one. That's fine. This is just this is just how I feel about it, man. Seriously, that's just how I feel about it. So, off the clown comes back, obviously. You see some of the stuff that you see the beginning half where first start off from the first movie, which I like. I do like that it starts off literally right after the first one. That's great. I don't mind that. That is peak of thank you-ness, in my opinion. You did the Halloween 2 type of style, in my opinion. So then you get these characters. You get the main heroine. You see the mom, her friends, and her brother. And I'm not gonna talk about too much about the family, but from what I got from the family, I liked. Yeah, the mom was, in my opinion, the mom was somewhat annoying, but you can't really blame her because she was trying to take care of her kids and stuff like that. Um, but hey, I'm not gonna. I did not complain when the son told his mom that she was a bitch. So I did not argue with that. I'm all like, literally, you gonna think your son did this? Really, you gonna think your son did this? And some idiots out here are gonna be like, yeah, because she doesn't trust her kid. Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem. All right, seriously, seriously, man. Like I've met parents that literally completely like look, I'm Afro Hispanic, so maybe it's different from another culture. But for my culture, we believe our fucking goddamn kids before some shit fucking happens, alright? Because if it's not their MO, then most likely it's not them. Just saying. But no, some of these horror movies want to be kind of stupid sometimes, man. And I don't mind them being goofy stupid, but if you're gonna be stupid to the point that you insult to my intelligence, then that's when I'm gonna be like, okay, you know what? Maybe you can just go fuck yourself. And I'm not saying the movie does that, but I just need to point that out. Again, I'm not saying this movie doesn't. Does not do. I'm not saying this movie does that. It does not. I just want to point that out. Okay. So overall, did they kind of improve with Art the Clown in this movie? Well, he still kind of does what he usually does. He does go to this Halloween store and everything like that, which I always feel like he should just be in the fucking goddamn background, in my opinion. He should just be there when um he I feel like he should not be in the public eye. That's just me. But you made him supernatural, so I guess it fucking doesn't matter, right? Who cares? Jason Voorhees is supernatural, so is Michael Myers, but you don't see them being out in the open. But but wasn't Jason Voorhees out in the open in Manhattan? There's another argument that, you guys, I mean, not you guys, but some people are gonna fucking argue about with me. Um, Jason Voorhees did it better. There, I said it. He did do it better. Come on, guys. How come doesn't? How come? How come the lazy? How come sometimes the laziest shit or the most boy, no, the most lamest shit Jason has done, and he's done it better than anyone else that came before him and after him. How's that possible? I guess it just works with Jason. Who knows, man? I guess it just works with that great hockey mask motherfucker, man. I guess it just proves to show you don't fuck with Jason Voorhees. He can walk in space and Manhattan. So imagine Art the Clown in space. Don't be surprised if they do it. Don't be surprised if they do it. I will be in shock that they do. I know there is a third movie called the Christmas. I think there's a Christmas one. I believe, right? Is there a Christmas one? The third one is a Christmas one. But this one is pretty good. I like the whole backstory. With the main heroine, with her dad and everything like that, and then the mom tries to get in, and so is the brother and everything like that. You have the book of the brother that the father left and everything like that. Stuff like that. I really enjoyed a lot in this movie. Um, the only thing I didn't kind of enjoy it is the heroine's friends. That's just me. I really did not enjoy the heroine's friends at all whatsoever. As soon, look, I'll say this right now. As soon as they didn't believe her, I was just like, "You're gonna die. You're gonna die." Look, I always feel that way with a whole bunch of movies. To be quite honest with you, I always feel like that way in every movie. If you don't believe the main character, well, motherfucker, I'm not gonna believe you, and I want you to die. Plain and simple. Plain and fucking simple. I always like that with Nightmare on Elm Street 5 when Alice's friend character didn't believe her with Freddy about Freddy and shit like that. I'm like, you know what? Just kill her off. Kill her off, but she didn't die in the movie. you know. But still, I was just like, kill the bitch off. That's just how I am. You could say that I got a little bit more into this movie just because I felt that way. That's not a bad thing. If it made me feel this way, that's how you know I probably got more into it than anything. Even the mom pissed me off. It's because she got me more intrigued with it. It wasn't a type of pissed offness that I was just like, get off my screen. It was a type of pissed offness that I was like, okay, you're being a bitch, but at the same time, I understand why you saying these things to your kids and everything like that. I understand why. Um, you did get this whole emotional scene of her popping some bottles and popping some pills. I guess it just runs in that family. Because earlier you see the main heroine popping some pills too, and I'm over here like, because her friend mentions like, oh, maybe you need some medications, but I'm over here like, you bitch. I don't remember her taking some medications. Maybe I missed something, and automatically, like a few things later, she's taking medications, and I'm over here like, wait a minute, when did this happen? Maybe I lost something. I'm not gonna blame the movie for that. Maybe it's mostly my fault for that. I'll say that right now. Maybe I wasn't paying attention to that a little bit. But this movie is about like 3 hours long. Fuck. Literally. When I saw the time for this movie, I was like, 3 hours long? Oh, I opened my beer up and I was like, I felt like an angry video game nerd. I'm like, you're a piece of shit. Nah. But this movie is fun. I'll say this right now. This movie is fun. It made me feel it made me have fun with it, and it did remind me of the cheerleading camp movie. I'm not saying it's exactly like it, but I'm talking about the fun factor of it. It just reminded me more fun of that, and I love that they treat the main heroine as like this scream queen angel goddess to come back and destroy the living fuck out of the main villain. I like that shit. I like that shit. Could we get more of her, by the way? Because the outfit that she wears is just peak sexiness and hotness. Um, I'll get this DVD. I'll get this DVD. Despite how much I feel about the first movie, the second movie, I enjoyed it. I liked it. You did get some funny parts with Art the Clown in this movie, which I did like. You see him in the background like this, going like this, and everything like that. Um, and he does kind of be funny a bit when one of the girls is screaming and shit like that, and she thinks she's going to get hit by by a 2x4 with nails on it, basically. And all of a sudden, the guy has acid and he throws it at her. I'm like, thank you, thank you. That's the type of shit I'm talking about. If you want to be like a clown, embrace it. Do more shit of some shit like that, man. I enjoyed this movie a lot more, man. I really did. I gave the first movie a 7 out of 10. You know, for what it is and stuff like that. With this one, I probably give this a 9.9 out of 10. That's actually how much I liked it. Maybe I'm probably exaggerating a little bit more when I say 9.9. I'll say just 9 out of 10. That's how I say 9 out of 10. That's how much I kind of enjoyed this movie. Is it the worst movie I ever watched? No, it's not. Even the first movie, I don't feel like it's the worst thing I ever watched. It's just that the reason I was so harsh on it, the reason I was so harsh on the first movie is because I saw so much potential into this fucking movie and series, and I'm just like, come on, guys, come on, man, where's the juice? Where's the fucking effort? And then they did it with the second one, and I'm like, good, good, because literally, look, guys, I was not looking forward to the second one. I wasn't. But the fact that I was enjoying the second one, and and I was intrigued a little bit more with the second one, and I like the dynamic between the brother and the sister. I liked a little bit. Um, I thought it was pretty cool in my opinion. So other than that, I had no complaints with this movie. Maybe small complaints, basically, but they're either nitpicks and things that I'll be like, what the fuck? but I'm just into the story or into the characters, So that's how I felt about this movie. I know some people might be like, "What? You didn't feel about that from the first movie?" No, I didn't. I didn't. I didn't. That's just the way I felt. Sorry, when I was watching the movie. Maybe I'm a little bit more salty with the first movie, mainly because so many people fucking talked about it to me to the point that I'm like, well, it has to be that good, right? It has to be fucking that good. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I do have an attitude to that, but seriously, that's just me, man. That's just me. Sometimes, look, I like when people tell me to watch these certain movies and stuff like that, but that's why sometimes I don't watch some of these movies when I'm asked to watch them right away, because when it's hypeness to when not even hypeness to me, when it's constantly being told to me to watch it and watch it and watch it, I'm over here like, well, you guys are acting like this is, I'm not saying a masterpiece, but you guys are acting like this is actually good enough to keep talking about forever. And I'm over here like, I mean, it's good to get a DVD of it, and then it's the second one, and move the fuck on. Put it part of your horror collection. Wow. Just like I think of the same thing with Cheerleader Camp. I like it. Same thing with Terrifying 2. And I could put them in my horror collection. But am I going to grab it anytime soon and watch it 1,000 times? No. At that point, I'd rather just watch Nightmare on Elm Street or Friday the 13th. Sorry. Oh, it. Sorry. Because they give me more. They give me more. They give me more for my buck. But Terrifying 2, in my opinion, did not do that bad for me. But that's what that the reason I'm talking like this is because I'm just pointing out that's how I felt with the first one, man. And when I'm looking at the second one, I'm over here like, thank you. Thank you for at least doing this. You know, I'm not looking you as like this big thing or anything like that, but I appreciate what you did. I had fun with you, and if I watch the third movie, I hope it's pretty decent too, and I will watch that shit also. You know, um, would the man heroine ever come back and stuff like that? I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes they just do one character and that's it. They don't bring other characters back. But I think you need something like this with Terrifier. But if you can bring the little girl back from this movie that just as Art the Clown, I think you could do a consistent thing with it. To me, I think she was one of the highlights of this movie. Like I said before, I think she was pretty good. I think she was more creepy than Art the Clown. Yes, I pointed out that Art the Clown wasn't scary because, well, newsflash. Well, I didn't know. I'm the CHUCKY and I'm not scared of clowns. I'll creep by them. But when I saw her, I was just like, no, I want to see more of you. I want to see more of you. And I want to see you more with Off the Clown. Because I think he needed somebody. He needed something. And I'm glad he got you. Because if not, then I don't know. I don't know. It still is a mystery how he can of who is she, and it is hinted of some articles of who is she and stuff like that, but they don't go that deep into it. Basically, maybe in the next film they will. But I'm actually glad they didn't went too deep into it. Leave it as a mystery. To be quite honest with you, and if you reveal it in the next movie, just don't fuck it up to the point that you lose that mystery factor. In my opinion, that's just me. That's just me. One of the reasons why do you think people love the fact that there's no explanations of why Michael Myers does what he does? You know? So that's just me. I think Terrifying 2 is way better than the first one. And people were right. The second one is better than the first one, or at least does it better. And I can literally see this be a cult classic, to be quite honest with you. and I will literally consider this as a cult classic. I will. I will consider this as a cult classic. That's just me. I would consider this as a cult classic. Now, I have mentioned that, well, I watched these movies multiple times. No, but that's not a bad thing. I know some people might be like, oh, you're just not going to watch these movies multiple times. No. There's other. You guys do realize there's horror movies out there that you're not going to watch a whole bunch of fucking times. That's just me. That's just me, man. You don't see me watching Nightmare on Elm Street or Friday the 13th a whole bunch of times either. I don't do that with horror movies anymore, guys. I'm sorry. I cannot bring myself to do that anymore. I can't. Because old horror movies I could. Modern ones, I can't. I just can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. Even with the classic ones, I can't watch. Like if I was watching a marathon, okay, fine, that's different. But if I'm watching, like sometimes I plan some days I plan out doing like marathons of different horror movies I want to watch, and guess what? I only watch one a day. I only watch one, go to sleep, wake up, and I don't watch the rest of the marathon I was planning to watch. And I'm not talking about like the franchise marathon. I'm talking about like one movie, another, then another movie, then another movie. You know. So I guess I'm just lazy when it comes to horror nowadays. Nowadays, man. I don't know, man. I guess modern horror the way it is just makes me feel like with old horror too sometimes. Not all the time, obviously, but when you do feel that way sometimes, you just want to lean yourself out of it and be like, I wish we got something like new. I'm always going to complain about that shit, man. And again, I don't hate 90s and 80s horror. I grew up with that shit, and I will always love it. Always love it. You know, it's just that sometimes when you watch something modern and then watch something old, you either be like, or be like, oh God, something refreshing. Thank fucking God. Something like that. Um, but hey, most people be like, but isn't that like how it is nowadays? Hmm, yeah. But to me, it was more different how it is now than it is back then. Back then, it was like, yeah, you had those movies, but you had so many other movies that were just good that you couldn't keep count to just be like, oh, which one I want to watch. Nowadays, it's like, oh, that horror movie came out. I'll watch it when I feel like it because it's not inviting me in. You know, old school horror movies were like, you better watch me. Well, I mean, you don't have to, but you could. Oh, but you don't have to. And then you're like, no, 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 wait, come back. That's how I feel with with old horror movies. Modern horror movies don't do that for me, man. You don't invite me in. You don't. I don't care how many tits you put in the screen. All right, that's just me. And again, going back, I watched freaking Cheerleader Camp, and that movie had tits up the ass. No pun intended, because there's a fucking giant ass in that movie in the beginning of the movie. Sorry for the people that are about to watch that movie. By the way, it's free on YouTube. That movie, if you want to watch it, it's free on YouTube. But I didn't realize that until today. Well, yesterday. Today is the 27th. So, anyways, Terrifying 2 is worth a buy. I mean a buy. Is worth a buy. Get the DVD. Sit back, relax, enjoy Klown doing his thing, and enjoy a sexy heroine doing her thing. What more can you ask for this movie? You know, um, yeah, that's really it. Yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. See you guys later. Be safe. I know I went everywhere with this video, but I just feel like I had to get some of this stuff out that I had to. Um, like I said, the kills are way better in this movie, and there's not side characters that you feel like should not be there, and you'd be like, okay, can we just move the story along? I feel like the story is a well paced and it goes right through, in my opinion, instead of the false one. That's just me. Again, you could disagree with me. That is fine. But that's how I feel with the movie. At least with the second movie, I'm it's it's good pace. It's good pace. I can watch it anytime I want to if I wanted to. You know, like again, going back, if I wanted to, because I know some people out there be like, didn't you just say, oh, you wouldn't watch it again and again? And I'm like, yeah, that's because I told you I could watch it again a whole bunch of times if I wanted to. Jeez. But I think that's really it, man. Um, yeah, that's really it. I have nothing else to say about it. It's a nice little formula that they did with number two, and I hope they stick with it in the future Terrifier movies. In my opinion, the first movie was basically an introduction to Arthur Clown. Okay, fine, but didn't you had other movies that were doing that did that with Arthur Clown? Because I know there was other movies with Arthur Clown before you actually made Terrifier. There were like other low budget Terrifier ones, basically, and then you just remake them to feature length, basically. But this one's way better. The second one's way better, and I do like the whole story with the whole like for kind of loud. You have like a Valkyrie fucking sexy goddess with a fucking sword, all bloody as hell, freaking stabbing a clown and then chopping his head off and shit like that. Off with your head, freaking reference to freaking Alice in Wonderland and shit like that. And no, not the Tim Burton version because Alice through the looking glass, she fought the Jabberwocky, believe it or not. Some people tend to forget about that. Yes, Alice got prepared and went to war and slayed the Jabberwocky. You guys forgot about that? Tim Burton did not make that up for his movie. No, that was a thing in the looking glass. So, yeah. I'll see you guys later. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you're new. And tell me what you guys think about this movie. Tell me what you guys think about part one. And look at my first video about Terrifier. And tell me if you agree with me or disagree with me. And that's fine. We all have different tastes with these horror movies, guys. I'm dead serious. Like just because I said how I felt with the first one does not mean there's not other movies that I look at that probably do the same thing and probably made me more satisfied with it. That's why when I look at Terrifier 2, I'm all like, okay, finally, this is what I wanted from the first movie. And I'm glad I got it in the second movie at least, you know? And by the end of this movie, spoilers, by the end of this movie, you have Vicky, well, Veronica, right? From the first movie, she her fucked up face in the beginning of the movie is way fucking better than the first one. But you still get that there's a scene in this movie when he's in the store and Ark the Clown is killing a brother and he sliced him here and everything like that and then cut him here and shit like that. Um I've seen better beheads and I've seen better stabbings and kills in front of a person's skull and better like I've seen better visuals of how to fucking kill somebody basically. I've seen it in old 80s horror movies. So I don't know in cheaper ones at that. So I don't know why you couldn't I'm sorry. That scene right there when Arthur Clown killed that brother, that shit looked completely fucking stupid. It looked stupid. It looked dumb. It looked dumb. It looked dumb. Sorry. If you like that scene, that's fine. It was not a bad kill scene, but it kind of ruined it when you look at the fucking dead body and you're looking at it and you're like, that is a fucking fake goddamn shit, and it's supposed to be realistic to the point you get freaked out by it. I'm looking at it and I'm over here like, why the fuck you didn't take time with this to the point that it actually looks like a real person? What kind of plastic are you using to make these mannequin dolls to make a kill scene, dude? What happened to the latex? What happened to the bubble gum wrap that you see in fucking The Thing? Where is that shit? Where is it? Oh, the movie didn't have that much of a budget. Going back, like I said, there's other horror movies that had lower budget that can do better special effects than what I saw from that part of the movie. That's just one scene. Everything else is fine. It's just that one scene in this movie that was just like, could have been cut. Could have been cut. Could have been cut. Could have been cut. Should have cut it out. Oh, but we didn't never know how what? The brother died from the fucking Halloween store? Oh, I'm so shocked. Seriously, man. Seriously. Like, I don't know, man. Like, they could have just cut that out. Or maybe killed him differently. You can kill somebody and then literally cut away. Not even cut away, just show it in a grainy type of weird, creepy angle, and then move to the side. That's it. But no, you are proud of these cheesy special effects, which is fine. I love cheesy special effects. But if you're gonna take yourself seriously, then don't do it like that. But I get it. Most people will be like, well, that's not what this type of movie is supposed to be. Okay, fine. So stop praising it, people. That's the problem that I have. If you're gonna praise a movie like this, it better have some fucking good special effects. I'm dead serious. What's wrong with CHUCKY? I don't know. I guess Terrifier just made me this way. Good God. But the second one's way better. It's just that one scene that I talked about in that Halloween store, and everything else is fine. There was that one character that gave her that gave her. There is that was it the main heroine's best friend gave her fucking Molly. Oh, for you to have a good time and shit like that. I'll say that right now. That's not a friend. That's not a friend. We Isn't Molly a date rape drug? Isn't it? Or am I gone? Or am or am I the dumb one? Or am I the crazy one here? I don't know. But I did not trust her to begin with. And when she died, when the Clown was just ripping her, like fucking her up with her chest cavity with the fucking 2x4 with stuff on it, like it's not even nails. It's more like glass and stuff like that. But when I saw that, I was like, good, fuck her. But that's it. That's it. Overall, I enjoyed myself with this movie. I enjoyed myself. Um, some people might not agree what I have to say with this movie, or the first movie, or this video in general. But it is what it is. If you liked it more than I do, okay, fine. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did. Um, if you tell me there is a Terrifier 2, I mean 3, don't expect me to watch it anytime soon. Or if I am gonna watch it soon, if it's a holiday version, then maybe I'll just watch it around the holidays. I mean, I could have watched this around Halloween, It was like, so maybe I should probably review part three if there is a three, right? This most likely is a three. Um, might as well probably do number three just to finish the whole sucker with it, right? So tell me what you guys think about this movie. So I'll see you.